Welcome back to JJ Speed Shop. We are finally back in the shop and working on a Camaro again.
Cutting the Camaro up.
Yeah, it's been a little bit, but we're back. Had some family issues, but we're here. So, what are we doing?
Cutting this piece of trim back here where it holds the windshield in. We're going to set the quarter panel on, try to see where we're at here, see what we need to trim off to get it into place before we really cut too much off. These are the factory welds. They put the quarter panels on this way. There was probably a lot of chemistry involved back in the 70s in GM, so I think we could probably do it silver.
Chemistry equals drugs.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
So I'm taking this, and I'm cutting it down at an angle, trying to keep a lot of the structure in place. Lay that quarter panel under, like I said, and we'll go from there. Trying to take this thing apart little by little, keep as much structure in place so nothing moves. And then hopefully weld this thing back together and have a real tight all steel structure back here, because you can half-ass it and just kind of put it together with a couple spot welds and Bondo, or you can make sure everything's in place, welded and good and tight. A monkey can't rip it off, and hopefully if you put power to the ass end of this thing later on, it won't rip apart. So yeah, all right, more. Well, that's in the way. Let's take a trunk lid, heavy trunk lid. That's still plugged in. It's still plugged in. Okay. What are you doing? That's better. All right, so we're getting this. We're not taking the understructure, damaging the understructure, hopefully. So we can just lay that in the quarter panel up here and be like, so. Take this off. And compromise the metal by rapid bending. I can reach over the cracks and snips. Because everything you touch, you basically rip your fingers off. It's good stuff. So, put that down. Watch this. Oh yeah. It's in there. Oh, should have been killed. I had to step over and take a drink of my Diet Mountain Dew there. Could have been spectators from Grady. I don't know. Got it. Now we have to cut that out. not like the heat. Paint's mailing down.
Shut. Working hard,
Huh?
huh?
What'd you say?
Working hard, huh?
Get your ass in here and see what I've got done. So, it goes to like here and cuts under this thingamadoogie.
Yeah.
It's like right here, I think.
Yeah.
So I just cut that off to where it's a little bit, and I think that's where it goes, right there.
Yes.
So I'm gonna cut this to right here, cut that out. If we're down to this far, I just wanna take all that off. I really do.
The whole panel?
This,
Yeah.
I wanna grind it off and peel it and just put it right because, and what you do, right here, yeah. By the way, that's what a rope looked like when I was a kid. We had all kinds of this shit laying around.
That there, the rope.
Well, I mean, it's got like speckles in it. It's like 1970s school kid rope. I don't know. Yeah, right there. Did a little damage. It cuts it.
So what we're trying to do is grind it down enough here and use these, whatever they're called,
Spot weld removal tools.
spot weld removal tools, to just break them out. It doesn't really work as easy as you think it would be,
Well,
because it's
depends
really
on-
thin.
depends
You grind
on
it
the mood of
down.
The guy that was spot welding these.
Yeah.
This guy did a great job.
So what were you saying?
So, what I was looking at before is why I sliced this. I mean, it'll be easier to get out anyway, is the fact that this inner structure is actually not part of the quarter panel. That's what I was worried about, is this door striker is being in the wrong place because of the quarter panel crooked or something. So, quarter panel is just a sheet, skin. Goes over the top of it, welds to it.
This is all
This
another
is all
piece.
factory structure and it's in good shape. So I'm drilling out. You can get in there. I'm drilling out the spot welds. Some more bigger than others, and we'll yank that out. Go thunk,
Chunk.
get it in place. I'll go from the back side, fill those holes on the structure, and as they fill, it'll weld the quarter panel to the inner structure, as the GM guys did back in the 70s, half baked.
Mm-hmm. Drugs.
Putting the quarter panel extension here, just kind of clamping it together to the inner trunk panel, the wheelhouse. Gonna go back in. This is not that critical, so we'll weld it in, make it strong, make it seam sealed real good, and cover it up with the quarter panel.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why we were doing the old double grind of him up there, and then I was down Here.
Try to get this going.
Kind of hard to point. Is you? Where my hand at?
Yes.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. There we
Okay.
go.
All right. Go back in and fill in the stitches, because you try to weld, you lose. I mean, I lose metal and a blowhole in it because it gets too hot. If you go back over the stitches and just meld them all in, they're really puts a strong weld in there.
And you use the same welding?
Huh?
You use the same welding the whole time after you did the
This,
stitches,
yeah.
you didn't-
I've got a TIG welder here. It just puts so much heat into it, and it's so slow. And for what we're doing here, you know, this is for like little pieces you're doing and that.
All right, well, show us what you did.
All right, let me lower it down real quick. Doesn't look real pretty so far. But... So what we did is we've got this lower quarter panel extension, the trunk panel extension. Went back in using my Hobart MIG welder. It's a Hobart MIG Handler 210. Good little welder for the price. We like it. Welds everything we want to do.
We're not sponsored. We just like it.
Yep, we just like it. They sell them at Royal King. So I went back in, I stitched everything in place, kind of held it in place, took the clamps off, went back and I welded in, just connected the dots with the pieces of, with the little, you know, dots of weld. Welded them in, made it look kind of semi-pretty. It was really hot, but this is structure, so I want it really, really welded to everything, kind of tie everything together. And it's gonna be hidden, so.
So why would we use the MIG instead of the TIG?
Well, TIG is slow putting this into it. Basically, it's not really as precise. TIG is more precise. MIG is not. MIG just does it, gets the weld in there. It's strong. You get it over with. Something like this, it's just, you know, and I'm used to it.
And it doesn't really need it.
Yeah.
But TIG is so much cooler, man.
Yeah. We're not aluminum welding right now. TIG's very good with aluminum welding.
And stainless.
And we were just wanting to get it done.
It's faster.
Took me like 10 minutes to do this, and it's in.
Less heat too, right?
Yeah, a little bit less heat. You know, right now it looks like Fido's ass, but we get all cleaned up and kind of grind a little bit on it. But it's in there.
Cool. If you can believe it, it's the next day. Still working on trying to get all of this, the front part of this quarter panel out. He's been working for a couple hours on it while I was mowing. So we're getting there, almost.
Yeah,
So, what about the part up there? Do we have to clean all that junk out of there?
On the bottom.
Or do we just got that crap off?
Why is it? I want to play with you no more. Why does it bring?
All cleaned up. Wait, what is that down?
Bring it
I
down.
have no idea. You know? I mean, I'm honestly thinking about cutting it out with the caliber. Okay. 'Cause
Hey, how do you know what's the quarter?
no, that's the quarter.
Oh, it is.
Right.
Oh, I see it now.
I can see clearly now.
The quarter is that seam sealer? Or is that just boogers? That's a bunch of boogers in there.
Yeah. That thing's following me again. It's freaking me out.
No, that's seam sealer, I think.
Yeah.
And some of it's actual weld.
Oh, look. Look in here. It goes. Boop.
Oh, it bends over.
Yeah.
How do you get that out?
Surgery? No, blow my nose.
I was just getting the blue stuff off. It's the tape's fine. Tape's fine.
Okay.
Let's see here how this works. So do we need to turn that tab over, I guess? Yeah, we probably need to bend that tab over
Yeah.
first.
Bend it. Just bend it with your hand. That'll be alright. Nope. Perfect. That's good. Way too much, but okay.
Way too much. Go under, right?
Yeah.
Probably slide it in.
Are we up against it or something?
Support.
Huh? No. Just trying to figure out. Just don't.
Hey, don't yank it.
We got a problem up here. That's why. Look. Back here. We need to groove that out
Okay.
because all this is mudded in.
Alright. Okay, back to the drawing board.
I'm okay with, that's all solid in there. I'm okay with cutting it right here and removing all of that.
Pick her up. Test fit 1 of 473. Okay. So I'm wondering, What if we feed it in from the front? Like get the slip started and kind of slide it over?
Yep.
If we can. Possibly. Wait, can I wear my shirt up or down?
Or possibly.
Well, you gotta go on the other side of that lip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Go back.
Oh, hold on. Is that right there?
Yeah. Oh, that's a son of a gun.
Oh. Oh yeah, bachala.
See, now we're real well lit.
What?
We're about to be real well lit. How did that happen?
We're way up. Yeah.
Oh, do you feel the wheel well lit? That probably needs to get beaten flat, maybe. Because this needs to be up here, right? Or do you take them?
Say what? I'm just pulling this up. Installed.
Perfect. Look at that. It's brand new. Never been restored. Be the perfect time for it to just fall down.
All right now.
So with it over the wheel clip, it's quarters of an inch off. Oh, I know. I'm trying to pull it out.
We're gonna have to
Flatten it.
come back off again.
Womp womp.
So this needs flattened.
And ground off. What was that?
Hi.
Oh.
I'm not a fan of this at all, in any way, shape, or form. I like race car stuff. This is his department.
What?
What? I'd say this.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, this is great, especially since it's a Chevy. Big fan of that. Glad we're working on a dang Chevy again.
No, you know
I'm
what
happy
we're
to be
doing.
here.
We talked about this. You know what we're doing.
Do we?
We're training.
Oh yeah, so we're ruining the Chevy, so then when it comes time for Mopars,
not
we're
ruining.
professionals.
Just make mistakes on this thing.
Failing
Because it's
through
a
it.
352 barrel Camaro.
Yeah, and nobody cares.
No, it'll have a
Okay,
little smoothie
we try
action.
again. We try again.
Okay, here we go.
I have a quarter. Fingers. I'm gonna scoot it back. Oh, this stuff again?
Shit show. Oh.
There's one little holding it.
Did you hear the little pop?
Yeah. Sorry, I tooted. Thing needs to kind of get angled east way.
Well, we don't have this cut off correctly.
Where's the? Oh, here it is.
Oh, did you get it? Oh. Well. Okay. Here.
Yeah. The front needs to come up.
How close are we now?
It's still pretty far.
What's the light thing?
The smaller light thing.
This?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, good. That's nice.
Yeah, it looks like we're pretty free up here. I think it's just the ellipse that are keeping us from going up.
You wanna go up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
So we have pretty good clearance on this.
It's still about right there.
Yeah.
Now once this. Yeah.
Is it too far forward? Is that what it is? Yes. Yeah, it is. It's too far forward. We'll have to just trim this thing out or something. Or bend it some more.
So that's too far forward.
Yeah, it is. So everything's fine.
So. Not really sure. This is the best quarter panel in the world either.
Yeah, because it's running in. You remember that bridge? That's what it's
Do we
running
have any
into.
of the thicker cutting wheels? Steve, do you have any of those thick ones?
I think those are called grinding wheels.
No, the 1/8 inch ones instead of the knives.
He was not amused.
How about everywhere else? What about up there? What do we need to cut out there to make it like sit a little bit better?
I don't know why this isn't up.
What?
Is it just this little
Yeah.
doodobber?
I mean,
doohickey
look, come here.
thing?
Check. Your light?
16.
16th. What are the other ones? Like if you look at this, you know, I mean, we're there. We're right there.
Yeah. This is probably just puckered a little bit.
Maybe. I like it. I like it a lot.
See, I think it's just because it's got a. See where it's kind of holding up? Kind of about
I mean, come around here and look at this.
like that. I think we need to trim this guy off a little bit more.
That little grinder puts razor shards everywhere, doesn't it? You're like, wow, that hurts.
But it looks pretty close. It's pretty flush up there.
Why are we that far off up there?
This.
It's keeping it from
Yeah.
underneath there.
Yeah.
So we need to grind that. Take
Up.
the grinding wheel, grind it up.
Yeah.
Or
Well, I think that's a wrap for this episode. We have to get up early tomorrow. There's a buddy of his has it's a Shelby Racing School factory Ford race car. It has a VIN, but you cannot get a title like series race car stuff. But we're gonna be his pit crew tomorrow, so we got to get up kind of early. The problem is we can't really get. We could either get the bottom end or the top end. You can't really get both of it, and we're kind of running out of patience.
window has to line up.
Yeah, the window has to line up, so that has to get in.
That's kind of important.
We might just.
We'll see.
We'll see. I don't know.
Previous damage could have been wrecked. We don't know. But this quarter panel is not fitting.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
AMF.